Welcome to CTV Sports. I'm Dale Schwetz with Steve Lane, and we're live from the Grand Champions Polo Club, Santanita Polo Farm on the Buenos Aires field today for the Aspen Valley Cup. This is continuing action in league play, and we have our two mounted officials, Roddy Matthews and Gaston Dorniak, on the field, and all of our players. So let's go to Steve Lane for the players' introduction. Steve, take it away.
The ball has been thrown in. We've got a brand new team out here with Loudmouth in green today, and playing for Loudmouth, we have Michael Armour playing at 1, Nick Manifold playing at 2, Scott Sorbaro playing the number 3 position, and Chris Campson playing the defensive man on that team. Playing for Dundas, Sarah Siegel Magnus playing at 1, Hope Arellano playing 2, Juan Vidal Dominguez playing the number 3, and Robertito Zeta playing number 4. And Loudmouth, in the meantime, is taking it down towards their end, just narrowly missing that goal. So a shot on goal already for the team in green. Brand new team of game 3 right here for Loudmouth. Robertito Zeta brings that ball in off the back line, trying to find Hope Arellano. That ball deflected off of a pony. Zeta going back to get that loose ball. Zeta turning around dangerously in front of the opponent's goal, and now is going to send a shot downfield, looking for Juan Vidal Dominguez, but coming in there and riding him off is Chris Campson, turning that ball back towards the center. Reaching back, still has control, has possession, has a player coming in, backing him up, but Campson decides to take it along himself. Chris Campson's going to shoot for goal right here. A nice approach shot, broken up there by Hope Arellano. A back shot, and that ball out over the back line, I do believe. So we'll see if we have a safety in the making or not. That ball might have come off another pony, and remember, it has to come off that player's own mallet and then go over the back line or pony. So, not a safety. Robertito Zeta brings it in, and a quick whistle right here. So we'll see what the umpires decide. Game 3 here in the Aspen Valley Cup, and we've had 2 already in Dundas. This is their second game. Three brackets in this tournament, with 3 teams in bracket number 1, and that is Dracares, Oriapolo, who's not played yet, and Windswept played their first game yesterday. In bracket 2, we have Dundas 2 and Loudmouth, and in bracket 3, Raful Polo, who's not played yet, along with Dundas 1. So, the top 4, they're going to rank these teams, and the top 4 teams will go to the semifinals, and then we'll decide who goes to the finals. So, a safety there on that play, and a penalty 4 in the making right here. Chris Campson circling his pony around to do the honors. Campson, it's high enough, but is it straight enough? And no indication right now from our goal judge. And now we get a low flag, so off to the left-hand side. Campson with a great attempt right there on a penalty 4. Just unable to put it where it needed to go.
You need to stay on top of these, Chris Campson. As we remember in our first game out with Dundas 1 against Dundas 2, they are very strong on their penalty shooting with Hope Arellano and Siegel Sarah Magnus taking the open goals. And look at this. They get a little sneak. They get the Snoop Doggy Dog there on the steal.
Yeah, I think so. And Nick Manifold's going to finish it off right down there close. So Loudmouth opening up here in the early stages of Chucker number 1, the first to put a goal on the board.
Head-up play here by Manifold on 3 goals. Now, Nick always coming in super mounted. And that's just a heads-up play, picking up the broken play down inside the 30-yard line. And making up for the missed penalty shot from KK. And now it's going to be Chris
Campson right here trying to get the ball downfield, and he's got Scott Sorbaro out front. But that ball going to trickle over the back line, so this will be the first knock-in for Dundas. Second knock-in. Robertito knocked in down there and unsuccessful, and Nick Manifold scoring a goal off of that. So Robertito going to try something a little different here, going to the left-hand side, looking for Sarah Siegel Magnus out there. Unable to get that ball quite to her with enough, and Chris Campson intercepts, allowing Hope Arellano to clear out of the way, and there's Campson once again firing that ball down, and Michael Armour right out front. And Chris Campson is going to score from a standstill right there. So Chris Campson on fire right here in Chucker number 1.
Yeah, Campson, this is a super play again. And once again, the Loudmouth team capitalizing on the defense, turning the defense into offense as quick as possible. Manifold did it on the broken play down on the south end. Now on the north end, they break down the knock-in by the Dundas 1 team. And Campson, remember, the Buenos Aires field right now, this field, first time played on this year, 2023, so it is a pool table, very fast. You see that ball of Campson was just an easy stroke on the polo ball, and it carried a good 10, 15 yards past the goal mouth. Now, if you're just joining us here for polo for the first time, well, that field you're looking at out there, 300 yards long by 160 yards wide. Goalposts are 8 yards apart, 24 feet. Object of the game is to hit the ball between those posts. And that ball, well, that 8 yards, 24 feet can look like a mouse hole sometimes, especially when you're traveling 25 to 36 miles an hour on a 600-pound animal. Those polo ponies, a 4-legged athlete, we are using the courtesy change, and that is for safety of the 4-legged athlete. We're having our first courtesy change of the day with 3:35 on the clock. And you'll find that somewhere in the middle of the game when the umpires have the ability to have a dead ball play or control of the ball on a knock-in, penalty shot, or bowl-in. They will give the players the option. Now, it is an option. It is not mandatory. Both players are using it. And over, well, the last 5 years on our stats, it has been amazing to see how beneficial the courtesy change has been to the game of polo. Steve Lane, not just for safety of the horses, but just strategy of the polo game.
Yeah, Dale, and actually it's a good timeout. It's a good way to have a chat with a teammate off to change your horse. And also, you know, Grand Champions Polo Club introduced that, and now it's in the tournament conditions that any club may use a courtesy horse change. So once again, Grand Champions Polo Club being the leader and
showing the way. What they say, build it and they will come.
Yeah, setting the precedent.
Makes sense, right? But, you know, it's a great way to do it, and we've seen so much about it, and now you need to add that into your game plan and your team meetings on how you use the courtesy change. On the move, it's going to be Robertito.
Zeta there neutralizes Campson, and Hope Ariano comes in to pick up that loose ball. Ridden off there by Scott Sobero, and Scott in there in the mix as well. And who's going to come out with it? A little sword fight there between Hope and Michael Armour. And it looks like we have a little sandwich right there by Loudmouth, I'm guessing. So two umpires will discuss that. They're pointing towards the north end of the field.
Talking to it look like they're all pointing towards the sky right there as everybody got their mallet in the air. And I guess trying to get the umpires to lean the other way. The Loudmouth team is everybody with a green jersey had their mallets up, but it's actually going to go against them. So that didn't work. And they'll take this ball down to look like at least a 60-yard shot. We've been talking ball placement, and Steve and I have been very, very happy as we work with the umpire system. I work as a professional umpire for the Grand Champions Polo Club and the Aspen Valley Polo Club with the World Polo League with our top umpires from around the world. Steve manages all of us. And remember, we embrace the technology. So we are using the technology at a very high level. We'll talk about that as the day goes on and how we're going to be using it in the World Polo League this year. Here comes, it looks like Zeta on the penalty 4.
Robertito, he's got it up in the air, but it's off to the left-hand side. So 1-1 here as far as penalty 4s go. Unable to convert those penalty 4s, and Chris Campson will bring the ball back in off the back line. And we had a sandwich on that last foul, and that's why it went to a penalty 4. Not moving too much, but as Dale mentioned, we've been very pleased with the ball placement of the umpires. And, you know, two questions that you want to ask. Is the team that fouled, are they being penalized? And is the team that got fouled, are they coming out with the advantage? And both of those answers should be yes. If one of them is no, then your ball placement is probably not severe enough. But Campson turns back towards the inside, now chooses to move the ball towards the outside, ridden off there by Juan Vidal Dominguez. And Campson still on the move right here, trying to do a centering shot over to Scott Sobero. And right now Michael Armour is going to come in there in the front, and it looks like a little right-of-way violation right there as Dundas dropped on that line and the right-of-way, that imaginary line that we all talk about so much. So Umpires haven't come together for a discussion. And we'll determine. There's the replay right there. So it looks like they're going to tee the ball up for a penalty 5A in favor of Dundas. So the fouls going back and forth here. Pretty even so far right here, Dale.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but both teams kind of feeling each other out. Remember, Dundas with that 1-0 lead to lead the Aspen Valley Cup. And Loudmouth coming out for the first time, so getting their groove on a little bit, as we say, feeling each other out in the tournament conditions. And on the penalty 5A, well, it'll always start with Robert.
Zeta puts it down the field, but Scott Sobero coming in there as well. And Juan Vidal Dominguez coming off there in just a moment. And so we'll get back here to the live action.
Yeah, so look like you just had I don't know if he just jumped off over there or something, but he looked fine. Juan Vidal Dominguez, very strong 2-goal player. Now remember, last year's team that won the 2022 Aspen Valley Cup was the Dundas team, and it was with Cable. Man, I said Cable actually played with Hope, Juan Vidal Dominguez, Tito Zeta. And we talked about that in our first game when they played against Dundas too, which is Cable's team. He played against his mother. Now Sarah is playing with the Dundas 1 team. So Dundas looking for a repeat here in 2023.
Yeah, they'd like to have their name on this cup 2 years in a row, I'm sure. And Sarah always putting together a great team and a strong supporter over here at the Grand Champions Polo Club as well.
Yeah, they put together some strong 12-goal teams also. I got to tell you, the last couple Dundas 12-goal teams were more like 16-goal teams. We noticed the way they play polo. Also, Cable and Sarah coming off of the World Championship polo, snow polo, in Aspen, Colorado, as Cable and Sarah played in Aspen, Colorado this year. You can go back to CTV Sports, truckertv.com, and go back to CTV Sports and check out the Snow Polo World Championships from beautiful Aspen, Colorado. And they had great conditions there this year. Snow goes very strong competition that has turned into a world-class event, Steve. People come from all over the world. And it's at a perfect time. You know, they have it just before Christmas in Aspen, and it kind of sets the standard, gets the festivities going in Aspen early for the Christmas season.
Yeah, my first year involved in that, and it was an exciting tournament, a great tournament, and to see all the ponies out there, and of course, all the work that goes behind the scenes from the city of Aspen, putting up the tent and taking care of the arena there. And you know what? And also the horse handlers, taking the horses up there to get them acclimated early. A lot of work goes into that event, and you know what? It's well worth it.
No, you said it. The Parks and Recreation for Aspen, Colorado, they do a phenomenal job working with the Aspen Valley Polo Club. And looks like we are going to get a time out here. And with 1 minute 42 seconds on the clock. So we're going to go ahead and go to a little commercial break. So stay with us. We'll make sure, we want to give time, make sure that Juan Vidal Dominguez is okay. Always safety first here at Grand Champion Polo Club, Aspen Valley Polo Club, USPA standard. So stay with us. We'll be right back here on CTV Sports for continuing action in the 2023 Aspen Valley Cup.
We're here at the Santa Rita Polo Farm where the PTF Polo ASSN Junior Tournament is being held for the first time ever at this location. And I mean, could you get a more beautiful venue? Probably not. The tournament includes players of all ages, starting with the youngest at just 2 years old and the oldest at 20 years old. So you've got all ages, all skill levels, and a whole lot of fun. Let's go check it out.
It reminds me of my days when I was in that position playing the kids tournament, and for us it meant the world. So I'm very happy to be here supporting my son and other kids as well, because I think they really enjoy this, and for them it's even more important than for us probably playing the 26 or the 22.
Well, that's a wrap on the PTF Polo ASSN Juniors Tournament at the Santa Rita Polo Farm. So much incredible talent coming up through the ranks. The future is certainly bright for the sport of polo. Now, for more information on the PTF, head to polotraining.org. And of course, head to Chucker TV for all of our awesome content, including full game broadcasts.
As far as barns go, it's 10 points. The weather, the scenic views are unbelievable. To be up here in the mountains in this weather, I don't think you have many choices nicer than this.
I feel like we have some really competitive polo up here. It's friendly competitive polo.
The place is amazing. Good polo fields, good players, good courses, so it's a good experience. It's really good.
Club, they have empanadas there, they have Argentine style barbecue.
I'm in love with this place. The club is really nice, the people is really good.
At least what I can see is that it's an amazing place to be playing polo with the family and with good friends, enjoying, and the weather is great. I can't complain at all.
There's so much to do up here, and people are great, and there's some of the best polo in the country up there.
I think this is the place to play for in the summer.
It's as good as it gets for summer polo.
This may be my new home.
And as soon as our child is old enough, she's going to be in their polo school.
Well, welcome back to CTV Sports. Thank you for your patience there. And, well, we had some weather that was blowing in here, and we had the teams that were checking it out. So both teams had no problem moving this game. So they're going to go ahead and they decided to move this game to another date. So I want to thank you for tuning in to CTV Sports today. We will have continuing action with Loudmouth and Dundas. They will continue this game on another day, but we will have continuing action tomorrow in the Aspen Valley Cup, so make sure you join us tomorrow here. Check the scheduling here for our Aspen Valley Cup 2023. For Steve Lane, I'm Dale Schwetz, and I speak for everyone at CTV Sports when I say thank you for making us the leaders of polo broadcasting. And always remember, everyone here at CTV Sports says we love the polo.